Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my NHL 20 franchise mode here in the state of hockey. In the previous episode, we begun the 2029-2030 regular season, and as you can see, we've been doing pretty solid. To our standards, we're having a great season. Everybody's pitching in. There's a few concerning things I will talk about at the start of this episode. We're 31-7-3. We've had really no big losing streaks. My anglais is not good today, by the way. And before we start the episode, I want to thank you guys very, very much. I don't know by the time this recording is out if I've hit 400, but we're basically there. I want to thank you guys so much for the support. I appreciate each and every single one of you. And now I know you guys aren't here for the mushy love stuff. You're here to see the Minnesota Wild continue to destroy the league, and that's what we have been doing. Through 3 months of play, 31-7-3, we are the absolute best team in the NHL. Nobody can compare to us over the last decade. We are, or after, I would say 6-7 years, we've been the absolute best. Alexei Petrangelov is having an MVP season. There are a few concerning things I would like to discuss. Now, we've had a few problems with our depth defensemen. Just as in we have too much talent. Ted Seguin was originally pegged to be that depth defenseman for us this year. And a pretty solid season with Iowa last year. Currently, it is Maurice Potvin. He's making $4.5 million. He's mad about ice time. I don't necessarily like him playing there. I mean, he's not having the worst of season, but when it comes to playoff time, we need somebody really reliable down there. And I just don't really see him playing there anymore. I know I just said, we'll trade him away eventually. And I really can't find the absolute perfect trade for either one of Ted Seguin or Potvin. We also have another problem here in Sergei Gogolev. Now, I want to transition him to that second line center. I think he's ready to be that player. I know we'll struggle the moment he goes up there because this is Jack Eichel's last season. The cap demands that we trade him away, but we want to win right now as it is. We want to continue to win. And that's exactly what we're going to do because we have prospects like Kolyakovo and Prince and Bobby Lev, who's going to be an NHLer next year. We have Ronaldo, we have Cutler. They're all about ready to be in the NHL. So we're going to lose, guys. That's a fact. But Gogolev, I'm going to continue to play him here on the third line. I know a lot of you guys are like, make a trade here and there. There's only one or two potential trades that I've found that are going to take a lot of tweaking. Now, before we get into simulation, I want to check the contracts that are up this season. Now, the biggest one is Kirill Kaprizov, the captain of the Minnesota Wild. You also have Gogolev, and after that, it's kind of no mainstays. Okay, Kirill Kaprizov is one of the best Russian players ever. He's asking for $13 million over 3 years, brings him until 35. $12 million, that's a $2 million raise. By the time we get done all the trades I want to make, we'll easily be able to bring him back on. Gogolev, how much is he going to ask for? $4 million over 2 years, 8 years. I'm not sure if I'm willing to give him that contract just yet. I think we're fine in the goaltending department. We're fine. We have enough talent if we lose pieces here and there. The good news, Gogolev is an RFA. Kaprizov is probably the biggest piece we have to get back right now. And personally, I want to go out and give that contract to him right now. Right, how many years did he ask for? 3 years, brings him up till 35, then we can discuss a contract, because at 35, he's going to be an old man. He's going to be an old Russian, but you know Russians are pretty solid late into their career. He's asking for 13.15. 0.15 times 0.85 equals 11. I believe he will take this contract. If he doesn't take this contract, then we're going to have a few problems. 11.2 over 3 years. He's 100% worth it. Hopefully he signs that contract. Gogolev, all those other guys we can deal with once we make the trades in the offseason. And I think a lot of the trades that we're going to have to make are going to happen in the offseason, not during the season, just because of how well our team is playing. And I don't want to change up too much because we're trying to win as many cups as we possibly can right now as a team is. So we are starting off this episode in the month of January. Welcome to a new decade, 2030. Hopefully it isn't like 2020 IRL. You know, coronavirus and everything. Still going strong. Are we going to slow some a game this month? No. No. We won't slow some a game this month. We'll find a game later on to slow sim. 7-2 victory. Kaprizov signs that deal. 3-year deal at 11 and point something million dollars. Good. I'm glad he is back on as the captain. That is going to be big positive news for the Minnesota fan base. They're glad that their captain is coming back. 2 regulation losses in this month so far. We are going to hit double digits here pretty soon. The last few seasons we've been able to keep our losses at just above double digits. Nothing super crazy or under 20, really. We do have 2 first-round draft picks this year. Gogolev has actually been injured until January 20th. We're going to throw in the scratch player. He should be back before we play any other games, which is good. Gogolev. Yeah, Gogolev is a weird question. You know, I do like him. I think he can score goals. He can be a good player for us. I want to keep him on the squad. I think it's a matter of time. Eichel's going to go. A lot of players are going to be leaving this team. It's just a matter of time. Now we're in the month of February. How is the award races going so far? Quinn Hughes at 69 points. Nice. Is he going to lead the team in points at the end of the season? I would love to see that. Forwards, everybody's pitching in. Nobody's just taking away with it. Like Anthony Francis is really catching up. You know, he started off the season really solid, but not at his normal pace. But now he's actually catching up. He's now tied for first on the team in goals. That was only a matter of time. 67 points. Alexei Pietrangelo is having himself a career year. I would say he's having one of the best seasons to date. Is he going to hit 60 goals? Maybe. Depends on how we play the rest of the season. He's having a really good season. 847 points. His next game is 700 in his career. Anthony Francis, is there any milestones coming up for him? 1,000 is the next milestone. He's probably not going to hit it this year. Next year for sure. Kaprizov, how many goals has he added in his career? I want to keep in touch with all these guys. He's going to hit 500 soon. He's going to hit 1,000 points this year, potentially. 23 more points. He can probably do it. Kel Newman's having a great year. 60 points. One of his best seasons so far. Jack Eichel doing exactly what we asked him to do. Coming on. Is it beneficial to have him on this team instead of developing a guy like Gogolev? Yeah, I get it, but I think trading him away during the middle of the season would hurt us a lot. Straight up let's put Gogolev in a situation that he's never been in before. I think it's a matter. This is Eichel's last season. He only came on as a rental. We're going to trade him away at the draft or at the re-sign phase, whenever we see fit. But during the season, I don't really like it. Langmuir's having a great year. He's going to have a 40-goal campaign, it seems like. He's a great player, one of the best players. One of the most underrated players on this team. He's a second-line forward. I love that he is specifically a second-line forward, so he doesn't have to fight with Pietrangelo. Even though Pietrangelo is technically a second-line... He floats around second-line forward, technically. Lino Waters is having a great year. A few seasons ago, he won the Calder. He's a great third-line center, and I see him being a staple of our bottom 6 for the foreseeable future. Same with Chris Griffin. Absolute beauty. Gogolev, you can debate I get it. I completely agree that he should be playing top 6 minutes. I just think we can't at this very moment in time, you know. Vyacheslav Chubasov isn't doing too bad. Hadfield and Curry aren't doing too bad. Curry's actually is an 80 overall, fourth line forward. I think he'll fit into our bottom 6 for the foreseeable future. This is his rookie season. I do like him in that spot. If he stays at a fourth line forward, I'm happy with that. Defenseman. Quinn Hughes is leading this team in points. 69. Nice. In 51 games, he's the best defenseman of this generation. There is no doubt in my mind about that. Is he having another 100-point season? I mean, hopefully. Wouldn't that be crazy? Ooh, I love him. Mironov is having a great year. Bissonnette as well, really breaking out. That's why I kind of debated keeping Bissonnette over Potvin. I think it works out better. I think he's a better talent all around offensively. You know, Potvin did play power play time last year. Bissonnette didn't, and they had very, very similar points. And now you could say, oh, what if Potvin was playing power play this year? You can debate that, but I think I made the right decision in keeping Potvin in the top 4, and he is going to be our long-term defenseman. Potvin isn't doing that bad. Brant Clark's having a great season as well. You know, our defense is just automatic each and every year. They're all going to put up really solid points. Parrish, you know, he should be playing top 4 minutes. I do have him on the 4-man power play, even though he hasn't put up any points there. Yeah, I love him. I love him though. You know, we have too much talent. We're gonna make cuts here very, very soon. Just not this season. Goaltenders, you know, Mackey came in as the starter this season. He's has a great win to loss ratio. Statistics could definitely be better. Tallender's having a great rookie year. He's going to be the starter next year, the year after. I'm not sure, but this would be a great tandem for years to come. They should be. So for the entire league, are we going to win any awards this year? Who is the best goalie so far? I'm still going to say it's Askarov. He's having a great year. Phenomenal goals against and a phenomenal save percentage. Yeah, LA is having a great year with him there. Mackey is tied for the most wins. One less game, though, so Rion for Chicago. Chicago is definitely stepping it up this year. I was talking about them and how they have such a great pool of players that they should definitely step it up in the near future. So maybe we have that rivalry coming back. The leading point scorer for rookies this year is kind of a race. At the top, you got Savard, you got Andras, and you have Gustin for the San Jose Sharks. They're all minuses, though, so those teams might be kind of bad. I'm not super sure about that. Defenseman, we already know who it is. Don't even have to look. 19 points ahead of the next best guy. Better plus minus. He's going to win the Norris, no doubt. I'm sorry, that's a fact. It's a fact. All skaters who's winning the art. Oh my god. Damian Hunter is running away with it. Gustav Slychuk is catching up, so Chicago must be having a great year. The third best scorer in the league right now is Quinn Hughes, so maybe he can make a run at Art Ross. The last defenseman to win the Art Ross was Bobby Orr, if I am not mistaken. I think he's the only defenseman to ever win the Art Ross. Who's leading in goals? It's definitely Damian Hunter. He's keeping that goal per game, over a goal per game ratio. My God, Florida, you have something special there. You got Von Sieg, you got Woodworth, Roback, Anthony Francis is trying to catch up, but it is going to be a rough race to the end. We're over halfway through the season. We're going to sim up to just before the deadline. I'm going to sim up right after this Islanders game. I'm not going to slow sim any games. Maybe the St. Louis game. I'm not super sure. We beat Florida and Damian Hunter. That is great to see. Okay, Ronaldo for Gauthier Leduc. No idea who that is. I'm assuming he's a worse prospect. 26. Yeah, we definitely don't need that player. Come on, Boston. You can try harder than that. I know we've hurt your feelings in the past, but come on, try a little bit better. Offer us something enticing, you know. Philip Forsberg and Amito to the Colorado Avalanche, and Pittsburgh gets Brelin and Sonny Milano. That's a hefty amount to give up, though. Ooh, Mats Pearson has been injured in the AHL. We're going to head coach place player. Fredrik Longili is a waiver player, defenseman. No, I don't need that. I don't need that. Maybe. Nah, I don't feel like it. Shutout over the Arizona Coyotes. Shootout loss. So a few of those shootout games this month. Who wants to talk? Chris Griffin. I'm going to agree with you. And you're going to... shut up, Chris. Chris, come on. Chris, please, Chris. Please. Please. And we shut out the Detroit Red Wings, the dumpster fire of an organization. Ursno and Frederick to the Calgary Flames. And Detroit gets Trouba and Mira. Okay, that is an interesting trade. Mats Pearson is back. I'm happy to see that. Kolyakovo's a 78. Ladies and gentlemen, it's happening. He's going to the NHL next year. Oh, he's going to be dynamite. His defensive stats will get better as he ages, but those offensive stats are looking nasty. How's he doing? Ooh, he's an assist machine. Bobby Lev is an 80, and Ronaldo is an 80. Okay. That is what I love to see. Pearson, welcome back to the club. He's a 77. I think he'll be a decent NHL defenseman for us one day. I think it'll happen. I feel it's going to happen. The Islanders, and we beat them 3-1. Now, I've been having trouble finding a specific trade for Maurice Potvin. I'm going to try find trade one more time. We'll look around the league and see what's up. But I feel like I need to make one of those trades. I mean, Maurice Potvin, let's see what we could potentially get for you, if there's anything at all. Teams should be biting for this guy. Oh, Detroit first-round pick. Ooh, I don't know. Oh, guys. Do you know Detroit's a dumpster fire of a franchise? We would be getting Heroes, and we could trade him away if we really felt like it. Okay, let's... I don't like any of those other trades offered to me, but I like this Detroit trade now. Detroit is a dumpster franchise. They might be bad next year. They're getting Potvin, who's going to help. Heroes we can dump off to some other team. We can put Ted Sagan in the lineup. He'll give that bottom pairing a +3. I don't think Potvin fits on this team anymore, and if we lose Sagan this year, we got Pearson, we got Webb, we got all these other guys ready to come up. I think this is beneficial in the long run if we trade him away. I'm going to pull that trade. I'm going to pull it trigger. Maybe we can get a second-round pick along with this trade. Oh, they just got... Okay. Do they got any other skaters on the block? Ooh. Okay, they got Bradley. They got Larkin, who's injured. Bradley. Now, look at how deep our offensive depth is. You know, he probably wouldn't have a place here in the future anyways. Okay, we can... I'm going to try to snag a second. I will take both picks from next year. I want your first and a second. Heroes. I'll do that deal. And maybe another third? I can definitely snag another third. Let's do it. Trade rejected. Okay, we'll take away that third. Trade accepted. Maurice Potvin has been thrown and traded to the Detroit Red Wings. You can debate it all you want, but I think all around we made the right trade. I think Bissonnette is definitely the guy going forward. We can just swap out these bottom pairing defensemen all we want. I know we're going to have to sign Ted Sagan, but they get a +3 automatically. I think that makes us a better team. And Heroes, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but we are going to look... What kind of player is he? I want to see what kind of player type he is. Heroes, could he fit into our bottom 6? I don't know. Maybe we just find a third-round pick for him. Maybe we keep him. Because it doesn't hurt my feelings either way. That was kind of just the person to make that cap count or work. Heroes, can we get anything for you? LeBlanc, Ronta, third from Washington or Philadelphia technically. I'll accept that trade. 3rd round pick, I'll take it. Just moving these assets, make sure we fill up our prospect pool, because look at these picks for the next few years. We got our first, we have Colorado's 3rd this year, we have Detroit's 2nd, their 1st next year. So we're definitely going to fill up on the prospect pool, so we're fine. See, we lose these players, but I know how to draft pretty solidly. I'm going to, hold on, I just want to see if anybody is willing to trade for Gogolev. Is there anything? No, there's no trade. I'm not saying I would trade him, but if there was anything out there, I would be tempted to do that. Kolyakovo is going to be a beast. Max, see, our goaltenders are fine too. I don't see the problem, boys. I think we are A-okay in that category. Let's look at the draft class real quick, because Colorado's going to be a great team. We're probably going to meet them in the playoffs. The 1st overall pick this year is supposed to be Toby Kahn from the Flint Firebirds in the OHL. Having a dynamite season for them. Sexton, that's a few Sextons I've seen so far in the drafts. We got Thorson, who's a center. So the top 5 seems to be pretty decent this year. Any guys we have going late? Defenseman, I'm going to scout you because you're going to be a beauty. I can feel it in my bones. Any goaltenders going that we've seen so far? We got this Perhoskin. I'm bad at pronouncing things. I'm sorry, ladies and gents. But I feel like that's all I want to do heading towards the deadline. I mean, I feel like now we can maybe we can sign Gogolev now. All expiring Gogolev. Now we have $5 million to work with. I think we're going to wait on it because then we have Chubasov, which I don't know if he was going to come back, but thank God all the guys that we have to sign are RFAs. So we are going to simulate through the next few weeks, and we're going to check some award races, and we're going to go through the deadline. I have no problems. We're smooth sailing. Christian Fisher and Gooley to the Philadelphia Flyers, and Arizona acquires Schroeder and Mapletoft. That's a pretty hefty trade there. Connor Downtown Brown to the Florida Panthers. Ottawa acquires Barlett, a 2nd, a 4th, and Gervais. Downtown Connor Brown to the Florida Panthers. They are definitely gearing up for a playoff run. No, I don't want Dean. No, thank you. Toronto, 2-1 OT victory. I will take it. Montreal, few OT victories, giving our fans what they want. Lost to the Nashville Predators. Can we finish off this month strong before the deadline? Pavel Zacha, 2/3 to the Ottawa Senators, and the Vancouver Canucks acquire Harrison. Okay, a big 6-2 victory over the Blues, and a 6-2 victory over the Calgary Flames. Almost at 50 wins, just after the deadline. Kirill Kaprizov is now leading the team in points. It has been a while since he's led the team in points. So we are currently 20 points ahead of the next best team. We're great. Guys, I don't know what to say. We're the best in the world. Let's see how everything is going so far. Okay, Kaprizov with 83. Anthony Francis still trying to make pace for what he usually gets. Is he going to hit 120? Doubtful. Maybe. You never know. We still got a few games remaining before the end of the season. 37 goals. He'll hit 40, maybe 50. You never know. Kaprizov is having a phenomenal year. The Russian trio, the Russian duo, whatever you want to call them, are getting it done this year. He hasn't led the team in points since I want to say his sophomore season. It's been a while since he led the team in points. It's been a while. Petrangelov is having a great year. They're all on pace for 100. Great season. Kel Newman doing exactly what he always does. 36 goals. He scores goals. Eichel, he's going to have a great postseason run. I can feel it, just like last year. Louis Langweeder with 61 points, 37 goals. Can he hit 40? I think he can do it. Lino Waters, also having a great year. Chris Griffin, 36 points. Definitely having a career year. Gogolev, we can talk about it another time. Vyacheslav Chubasov, Hadfield, and Curry are all having a great fourth line year. I'll take it. Defenseman, I'm so excited. Your boy, Quinn Hughes, For I don't know how many seasons in a row he's hit a point per game. Let's see. As a defenseman, it's been, oh my, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 years in a row as a point per game defenseman. When was the last time that happened, folks? Go ahead and tell me. You can't think of it? Well, it's because it hasn't been done in a very long time. Marcus Mironov, 53 points. Having a great season as well. Same with Bissonnette. He's having his breakout season. I love that. What did we sign him to? 8-year deal. Oh, that contract is going to look beautiful. Beautiful. Brant Clark. What else is there to say? Harry Parrish. Maybe we give him more power play time in the future because I think he'll be a valuable asset. I think he's in the same boat as Bissonnette. Ted Seguin comes in for 5 games, has 1 goal, is at a +2. He's shooting at 50%. We're probably going to lose him this season because he's probably going to ask for $5+ million. But as a depth defenseman right now, it works. Goaltenders. Taro Mackey and Tallender are having a great tandem season. Their statistics could be better, but they're winning games. That's all that matters at this point. We go into the postseason hot. They should be okay for us. Let's see the entire league. Are we going to win some awards this year? I probably already know who the best goaltender is right now. Still Yaroslav Askarov, no doubt. His stats have gone up. Technically, they've gone up, but they've gone down. You know what I mean. 31 wins, 15 losses. He's having a great year, but Mackey's still leading the league in wins. That is good to see. Rensfeldt, how's he doing with the Avalanche? Not the best statistics, but, you know, he's helping them win games. Rookie skaters, is it still tight at the top of the league? Pierre Savard has taken the lead. He was a 50th overall pick in 2025. Second round pick, okay. Andras Agusin, or whatever you want to call him. You got Boris Datsuk. Definitely tight at the top here, though. Defenseman, do I even have to look at it? The answer is no. 22 points ahead of the next best guy. He does have 1 game at hand, but I doubt he's going to score 22 points in those games. It means Jogren can definitely score some goals. But we already know who the man is. 30 years of age, though. He just turned 30. I love him so much. But who is leading for the Art Ross this year? It is currently Damian Hunter. Yeah. I mean, Kaprasov, all those other guys are going to have to go on a run here to end the season. I hope we can make a dent, but it seems like Damian Hunter, Savoie, Wright, all those guys are running away with it at this point in time. Yeah, Damian Hunter's having a phenomenal year. He's keeping that goal per game pace. I would love to see somebody try to catch Gretzky in the regular season. That would be great. Von Sieg, hey, that's a name. Maybe we'll face him in the postseason. Gustav Slychuk, Woodworth. At one point in this franchise mode, I gotta bring Woodworth on, right? I have to. Most assists, it's your boy, Quinn Hughes, 76. Ooh. Love him. So we could potentially win a few awards, but I want to make sure this team continues to dominate. 49, 10, and 5. Looks like we're going to win another President's Trophy. Are we going to slow sim a game this month? I'll slow sim the Avalanche game. You know what? We'll slow sim the Avalanche game, the second last game of the season. Let's see how we do this month. Are we going to hit 60 this year again for I don't know how many seasons in a row it's been. Let's keep it going, Minnesota. Florida Panthers, 7-2 loss. Yikes. Bounce back win in the shootout over the St. Louis Blues. Big win over the Edmonton Oilers. Buffalo. There you go. Okay. View draft class? Sure, might as well look at it. How's it going this year? I mean, Con, I would love that guy, but, you know, that is not going to happen. Hopefully Colorado falls out of it. Maybe. Tampa Bay, was that a victory? I don't know if that was a win or not. Was that a win? I can't see it. Did we beat Tampa Bay? Oh, no. Oh, no. Quinn Hughes has been hurt. Oh, I should have. I knew it. April 2nd. Okay, he should be back before the end of the season. I don't know if we beat Tampa Bay or not. Did we beat Tampa Bay? Yeah, 2-1 victory over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Okay. He should be back for the end of the season. Hopefully that doesn't hurt. any of his... Oh, if that hurts his 100-point season, I'm going to be really upset. What is he... Okay, Laxo. Or Laxon. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not even going to try. Quinn Hughes. Oh, man, that's going to hurt. Oh, that's going to be so hard to hit 100 now. Hopefully he can do it. Oh, that sucks. Oh, I'm so sad. Come on, keep it going here, boys. Dmitry Solikov has been hurt in the AHL. Not too worried about that. 5-2 loss over the Anaheim Ducks. Vancouver. Dallas, we are going to hit 60 wins again. We have clinched the President's Trophy. But let's see if we can beat the Avalanche. I almost said Anaheim Ducks. The Avalanche. It starts with an A. Same thing, basically. First period. 2-1. Chris Griffin. Newhook, and then Gogolev. Newhook is a beauty. If you don't know who Newhook is, ooh, search him up. Some great highlights there. Gogolev, I mean, good to see he scores. Oh, we're playing Rensfeld. How did I forget we're playing Rensfeld? Okay. Of course he lets in a late period goal. That's what he does. That's what our goaltenders do. Second period. Okay, they tied the game early, and Kaprizov, the best captain in the NHL, makes it a lead for the Minnesota Wild. We are outshooting them 29-17. Here we go, third period. Can we lock down win number 61? 5-on-3 power play for Colorado, and they capitalize just off of the power play. Gogolev, his second goal of the game, makes it a lead for Minnesota. Late, another power play from Colorado. Who the hell's taking penalties like that? Really? Really, Mackie? And Chris Griffin ties it his second of the game. Pietrangelo, what a third... Oh my god, Mackie, shut it down for like 3 minutes, man. That's all I ask. Oh my god, what a third period. My god, you thought this game was going to end a lot sooner than it did. I mean, this has been a phenomenal game. Let's jump into this one. 12 goals in the game so far combined between these two teams. Number 13 will end it, or we will go to the shootout, but I hope it ends here in OT. Slapper on net. That was a quick one there, but Rensfeld makes the save. I mean, I hope we come out on top of this barn burner here in Minnesota. The fans are getting their money's worth. Francis and Nathan McKinnon on the faceoffs. Will he win it? Yes, he does. Back to Quinn Hughes. And he scores the goal after getting absolutely rocked by Makar. Quinn Hughes, coming back from injury, scores the game winner in OT for the Minnesota Wild, clinching win number 61 on the season. Yes, sirree. He took it and he got battered after that. Jeez Louise, it's not a late hit. I mean, you know, I don't want anybody hitting my generational talent, but yeah, ooh, that was shoulder. That was like forearm to neck. My God, Makar. I know you're not going to win the Norris this year, but too bad you lost this game. Ha 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 ha. Quinn Hughes with the winner. I will frickin' take it, bud. So we definitely got treated to a phenomenal 7-6 OT win for the Minnesota Wild. Let's finish out this season. Chicago Blackhawks is the last game of the season. Let's just finish this one out nice and easy. Victories, that is a few wins in a row to end the season. I will take it. Great end of the season. 110 points for Anthony Francis. Technically his worst season yet, but a phenomenal season. Nonetheless, we will be playing the Dallas Stars in round number 1. We will talk about that later. But I want to see if we're taking home some awards. Anthony Francis does end up winning, or does end up leading the team in points. Doesn't hit 50, too bad. 110 points is technically his worst season, but geez Louise, it's still a great year nonetheless. He's never had less than 110 points in his career. 444 goals on the dot in 656 games. He's going to hit 1,000 points next year before game number 700. What a career so far. Best player in the NHL, no doubt about it. My God. I mean, Pietrangelo had a phenomenal season. He was our MVP in the postseason last year. He was phenomenal all year long, leads the team in goals. A great year for him. How many points is he sitting at? sitting at 887 points. He'll hit 900 next year. Great career for him. Actually, at 27 years of age. My oh my. Kaprizov, he led the team there for a little bit. 37 goals, 68 assists, good for 105 points. Hey, he had a great season. I mean, he started off his career with 73 goals. I doubt he'll ever get back to that pace. He did end up hitting 1,000 points in his career. He'll hit 500 next year for goals. Where does he end up in his career? He's already 32. He's on a 3-year deal. I'm not sure, but he has been great as of late. Quinn Hughes, 90s. Oh, I'm on all skaters. I didn't mean to check that. I'm sorry. We'll get back to that. Oh, that injury screwed him out of 100 points. Oh, that makes me so mad. Kel Newman with a great season, though. 85 points. Hey, he's a second-line forward. 43 goals. I will take it each and every day of the week. Jack Eichel didn't hit a point per game. Kind of disappointed with that. He's definitely leaving the squad after this season. I know we traded a bunch for him, but it's the circle of life, baby. It's the circle of life. Louis Langweeder, 37 goals. Wish he hit 40, but I'm asking for too much at this point. 70 points. I'll take it, Louis. I mean, last year, I think he had over a point per game, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's been a point per game player for the last few years. A down season, but I'll take it either way. Lionel Waters with a great campaign on that third line. He is going to be an absolute beauty. He keeps getting better. Love that. Chris Griffin, 48 points. Best third liner in the NHL. Sergei Gogolev, 35 points. That is going to be a discussion for another time because I could go on and on and on about it for a while, but I will not. Chubasov with 27 points. Curry was great. And Hadfield. The fourth line was phenomenal this year. They started out as a negative fourth line, but they finished the season off really, really well. Okay. Defenseman. We already looked at Quinn Hughes. I saw him by accident. 97 points. There's no way he wouldn't have hit 100 points if he played those 2 games. If he played those 2 games, he would for sure win that or get that 100 points. Phenomenal season either way. He was on pace he could totally have hit 100. Yeah, he would have hit 100 either way. Great year though. Great year. Marcus Smirnoff, 69 points. Ooh, that's even better than 80. Are you kidding me? 69 points? Nice. Best plus minus by defenseman too. Brant Clark, great year. Bissonnette has his breakout season. He is going to be a top-tier defenseman in this league one day. On a phenomenal contract, but he signed a 5.1, right? 5.1. Brant Clark signed a what? A 5. Ooh, that's eerie. Oh, that's freaky. They signed the exact same contract for the same term. Ooh, that's freaky. Harry Parrish, 11 points. Not a bad season. Ted Sagan comes in for 23 games, has a +2. A lot of penalty minutes, though. My God. Yeah, he's going to be leaving the squad. Laxo might even... Or why do I keep saying Laxo? I mean, I guess that can be his nickname. Laxonen. Not a bad depth defenseman to have. For goaltenders, 46 wins for Terrell Mackey. That's the first season in a few years that our starting goaltender hasn't had 50 wins. But when you have a backup, the future Cody Tallender had a phenomenal year as the backup goalie. A 900 save percentage is a backup goalie in this kind of league. Phenomenal year for the young goaltender. Hitting 23, he's going to be our starter very, very soon. But for the entire league, who's taking home some awards? Askarov did dip off towards the end of the season. He played 69 games. Nice. I'm still going to give it to him. It was a high-scoring year. Nonetheless, he did pretty well. Rookie skaters, who's taking home some awards? Savard is going to take it by... I mean, you can debate it. I mean, worse plus minus, but plus minus is a weird stat as it is. 3 less games. It's going to go to Savard. He had plenty of goals. He's going to win it. Defenseman. Don't even look at it. There's no surprise here. Quinn Hughes is taking home the Norris for like the 7th straight year. Come on, guys. 8. I don't know how many years in a row this is. 8, maybe? Just name it the Quinn Hughes Trophy. But for the Art Ross, this is going to be exciting to see. It is going to be Matthew Savoie. After all season long, Damien Hunter cools off in the month of March, and he kind of lets it go from him. Matthew Savoie, for the second straight year, is going to be taking home the Art Ross and probably the MVP trophy. Anthony Francis definitely made a run at it there. I mean, you have a bunch of our guys in the top 10. Great year nonetheless from the top of the league. I mean, it's Jesper Straka, you had Von Sieg there. A bunch of awesome players in the top of the league this year. A bunch of 100-point players. 73 goals wins it, though, so at least he gets to take home one trophy. Florida is going to make a push for a Stanley Cup, so maybe we'll see them in the finals if we get there. Quinn Hughes with the most assists, no doubt about it. Best plus-minus? 54. Marcus Mironov led the entire league in plus-minus. I do like to see that. Matthew Savoie with a great year, but the postseason is upon us. We will be playing the Dallas Stars. I want to see. Colorado did make the playoffs. Too bad. Best team in the league by far, by 20 points. The Minnesota Wild for the, I don't know how many years in a row this is. The worst team in the league, the Pittsburgh Penguins. Detroit did give us their first round pick next year, so maybe that turns out to be something special. You never know. A great season nonetheless for the Minnesota Wild. Are you not entertained? Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please leave a like, leave a comment, share with people who you think may enjoy this sort of thing. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.